Let's begin far away, in a powerful land called Babylon, later ruled by the Medes and Persians. This was a world of kings, palaces, laws written in stone, and rulers who believed their word was final. In this land, strength meant survival, and power meant everything. But among all the rich officials and proud leaders, there was one man who stood out, not because he was loud or forceful, but because he was faithful. His name was Daniel. Daniel was not born in Babylon. He was taken there as a young man, far from his home, far from his people, and far from everything familiar. Still, Daniel never forgot who he was. More importantly, he never forgot his God. Years passed. Kings changed. Kingdoms fell. But Daniel remained steady, honest, and wise. Eventually, a new king ruled the land, King Darius. King Darius noticed Daniel almost immediately. Daniel worked harder than others. He spoke with wisdom. He could be trusted completely. So much so that the king planned to place Daniel in charge of the entire kingdom. This made Daniel very successful. But it also made him very unpopular. Because where there is success, there is often jealousy. The other officials in the kingdom were angry. They whispered among themselves. "Why Daniel? He doesn't belong here. He's different from us." They decided to watch him closely. They expected to find mistakes. They hoped to catch him lying or cheating. But day after day, they found nothing. Daniel was honest. Daniel was faithful. Daniel did his work well. Finally, they said something dangerous. "We will never find fault in Daniel unless it has something to do with his God." And with that, they made a plan. The officials went to King Darius with smiles and flattering words. "O king, live forever," they said. "We have an idea to honor you." They suggested a new law. For the next 30 days, they said, anyone who prays to any god or person, except you, O king, should be thrown into the lion's den. The king liked the idea. It made him feel important. Without realizing the trap, he signed the law. And once signed, it could not be changed. When Daniel heard about the law, he knew exactly what it meant. If he prayed to God, he would be punished. He could even be killed. But Daniel didn't argue. He didn't protest. He didn't hide. He went home. He opened his window toward Jerusalem, just as he always did. And he prayed. Not once. Not secretly. But 3 times a day. He prayed because that was who he was. And the officials saw him. They rushed back to the king.
"King, did you not sign a law that anyone who prays to another god must be punished?" "Yes, the law stands. Daniel has broken it."
Suddenly, the king realized what had happened. He was heartbroken. All day long, he tried to find a way to save Daniel. But the law could not be changed. As evening came, Daniel was arrested. Daniel was taken to the lion's den. A dark pit. Cold stone walls. Hungry lions below. King Darius said to him,
"May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you."
A stone was rolled over the opening. The king sealed it. That night, the king could not sleep. But Daniel prayed. And God was already at work. Inside the den, something incredible happened. God sent an angel. The angel shut the lions' mouths. The lions did not roar. They did not attack. They lay still. Daniel was not harmed. He rested peacefully, surrounded by danger, but protected by God. At sunrise, King Darius ran to the lion's den.
"Daniel,
He called out.
has your God been able to save you?"
And
King,
Daniel
live
answered
forever.
calmly.
My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions.
The king was overjoyed. Daniel was lifted out of the den, not a scratch on him. The men who accused Daniel were punished instead. Then King Darius made a new law.
Let everyone fear and respect the God of Daniel. He is the living God. He endures forever.
Daniel lived the rest of his life honored and blessed. This story teaches us something powerful. Daniel didn't stop praying when it became dangerous. He didn't change when the pressure came. He trusted God, even when it cost him everything. Sometimes, doing the right thing isn't easy. Sometimes, faith feels risky. But the same God who protected Daniel is still faithful today. You may face your own lion's den. Fear. Pressure. Difficult choices. But you are not alone. God is with you, even in the darkest places.
If this story encouraged you, inspired you, or helped you see this Bible story in a new way, I'd love for you to stay connected. Subscribe to the channel for more animated Bible stories, faith-filled lessons, and timeless stories told in a simple and meaningful way. See you in the next story.